In association with Official Wrestling comes A Few Good Marks podcast. And welcome to A Few Good Marks. I'm your host Kieran, and I'm here with Croft.
Hello.
And resident New Japan Bluffing, Candy.
Hiya.
So this is our fifth New Japan special, and today we are looking at Wrestle Kingdom 13. We've literally just finished watching it. We watched it the day after though. We didn't watch it on the day of because we're lazy. We're not lazy. We're all dying.
We were working.
They were working.
Some of us were working and contributing to society.
I'm a student. I'm off.
Exactly.
I was having a nice day at Chester.
We're paying your bills.
Well, anyway, moving.
She didn't get a concussion. So you could
First one of the year. Moving swiftly on.
So we're gonna finance. And so's Croft.
Anyway, Wrestle Kingdom 13. What did you think?
Do you know what? I said this before we started watching, when I first came in and sat down. Said, I've got no idea who any of these people are. I've got no idea what the storylines are. I don't know how New Japan runs things. This is the first New Japan show I've sat down and watched in its entirety. I was blown away by it. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably going to subscribe to New Japan World.
It's cheaper than
Give them a plug.
Absolutely.
Than the other one.
Absolutely. No, I really enjoyed it. It was a fantastic show for the most part. There was one match.
Which we'll come on to.
Apart from that, great.
This time around, this year, we did actually watch the pre-show. We didn't watch pre-show last year.
We didn't.
No. So it was a gauntlet match. Which
we only told Croft about 3 people in.
Yeah, I had no idea this was a gauntlet match until like the third team came out, and I was like, hang on.
He turned around and went, guys, what's going on here? It was a gauntlet match to determine a number one contender to the never openweight 6-man tag team championship. So the Elite were in, the Suzuki-gun were in, Chaos were in, Taguchi Japan, and the other ones.
They don't have affiliation.
They don't have a. Yeah, it's Nagata, Cobb, and Dave Finlay, but they don't have a thingy team, do they?
Well, Dave Finlay's in Taguchi Japan, and then
it was a weird mixture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, it was. I mean, what can you say? It was a bit of a nothing match, really.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good kick-off.
I think everyone lost via roll-up.
Yeah, there was a lot of roll-ups in there.
A lot of rolling up.
I suppose they were getting it out of the way so it didn't have to be...
Friggin' Beretta and Chucky T got the shit in, didn't they?
Not off.
Like, just flips. It's like, mate, it's the first... It's not even the show, it's the pre-show. Calm down.
I think we should address, as we did at the time, Chucky T's terrible gear.
Oh, it's so boring.
It's dead boring.
It's like Japanese wrestlers.
It's like he made it himself, but he has zero sewing skills.
Yeah. It's like he's fabric glued on a pink strip.
It's like he was told about, oh, by the way, you're going to be on Wrestle Kingdom on January 3rd. He's like, shit, I've got a day to go get gear.
January what?
3rd.
4th.
No, he was told on the 3rd.
Oh!
He had a day to go get
He was told on. I see what you mean.
Ran to Primark and got some jeans. Put on a pink t-shirt.
Just like, I don't even think that was sewn on, you know. I think he just got some like a shit ton of Sharpies and just vigorously shaded in a couple of lines.
Double-sided tape.
Yeah. He's got a shitload of blue tack.
The most violent players, Togi Makabe and Toru Yano, along with Taguchi, got the win. And I think they faced for the Gorillas of Destiny and Ishimori for the belts at New Year's Dash.
That's correct.
We'll have a look at the results of that at the end.
I've already looked.
Oh,
Would you like to know who won?
No, we'll go through it at the end. We'll go through. We'll have a quick
bonus at the end.
We'll have a quick dash through New Year's Dash at the end.
Oh, Brucey bonus.
Indeedy. So our first match of the main card was for the never openweight championship. Will Ospreay taking on the champion Kota Ibushi. I was really looking forward to this match.
Do you know what? I wasn't, because I'm not big on Will Ospreay, as you guys know.
Yeah.
I don't really like his style. He impressed me in this match. He did some really great stuff. And I like it, the way his character's going and that kind of thing. It was interesting. So I wasn't too hyped going into it. I don't know much about Ibushi either. But after this match, I was like, okay, I'm really excited for the rest of the card. This was probably one of the best opening matches on the pay-per-view I've seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, it was. At first I was like, oh, this is bold to be opening with this, but you can see why they did open with it.
It's weird that they opened with it because traditionally you start with the junior tag team championships. They've always opened the show.
Yeah.
And then this one was just like, right, we need... I think because maybe they knew there's going to be more eyes on this Wrestle Kingdom, they're like, right, we're going to kick off.
In big style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After seeing what Ibushi did in the G1 last year, and that was sort of my first exposure to him, and having seen what Ospreay's done in the past as well, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is going to be a really big meeting of the minds, and it was very, very good.
Yeah, Kota Ibushi's brilliant. It's like, he's got his flippy ship, we can do
He's
the rest
probably
of
one of the best all-rounders going at the moment.
I would agree with that.
He can do the high flying stuff. He can mat wrestle. He's got his brilliant spots that he can do as well for spot fests and stuff. He is absolutely a brilliant wrestler, and he's incredibly strong as well.
I think a really good point that the commentators brought up during this match was that Will Ospreay was inspired by Ibushi. It's been one of his dreams to face Ibushi since he was 15 years old.
Yeah, they really plugged that.
It's a really important point. Ibushi's been doing this for a long time, I would imagine. I don't know how long Ibushi's been going for. As I say, I'm not an NJPW fan.
You are now, sir.
I certainly am now. But it was a nice dynamic to have, especially with how the match ended as well. The fact that Ospreay has basically taken his biggest inspiration, or one of his biggest inspirations, out of commission, basically.
And this is the story that's broken. I think quite recently, actually, after we'd finished watching it. Obviously, it's about 24 hours after the actual show's done. But apparently, Ibushi suffered a concussion at the hands of Will Ospreay. I mean, that elbow attack at the end. We was saying because on the replay you can see the leg slap, and I was like, oh well, you've just ruined that for us. And then you see him being taken out on a stretcher. I'm like, oh bloody hell, they're selling this, aren't they?
Yeah,
and then that comes through. It's like
you very rarely get stretcher spots.
Yeah, it's like maybe they're not actually selling this. Maybe he's actually hurt.
Do we know if it's legit or not?
I have no idea. I mean, the Wrestling Observer have reported it.
Okay, it's probably legit then.
So yeah. It's interesting.
So usually if there's a head injury, New Japan put it on their website, so I'll have a look.
Oh, there you go. Well, quick look. But yeah, Will Ospreay is your new never openweight champion. He in a really good match, 18 minutes, great opener.
Yeah, I went longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought this was only going to be like a 10-15 minute thingy, but yeah, 18 minutes.
I think this is good for Ospreay because he's now never openweight champion.
He can now face anyone he wants.
He can face the heavyweights. He can have a match against Okada or Omega or anyone like that for the belt.
I think Ospreay Omega would be the one to do because they've done Ospreay Okada, haven't they?
Yeah.
So I think that would be the next one to do. But yeah, that was really, really good. I'm trying to come up of some other spots that happened in this match, but I've just after just everything else that's happened, and it was the first one.
There was an Asahi corkscrew moonsault from Ibushi.
That was nice, and he also went for a moonsault to the outside, and Ospreay jumped up and kicked him square in the chest.
Golden triangle and got a whack in the chest for his troubles.
It was this match was an excellent way to start. Next up was what we said would have been the traditional opener, is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship 3-way tag team match. So Los Ingobernables de Japón. No, go on. Ingobernables. Was that a bit closer?
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Against Suzuki-gun and I can't even say that one either.
Roppongi,
yeah, Roppongi 3K. I just normally call them 3K.
Yeah, Show and Yo.
Against Show and Yo. This
had
Croft's favourite new boy.
It did. Shingo to Takagi.
Mate, I love this guy. After one look at him, I was like, I'm gonna like him. When he came out of his entrance and he had the dragon shit on, and he came in the ring and he took it off, and he just looked like a buff Nakamura.
But a buff smaller Nakamura because he's
he was a smaller dude. Well, I don't know.
He's smaller in height, but probably bigger and thicker.
Shinsuke's about 6'4", I think.
Yeah, he's
long
but
and
he's
gangly.
But he's a lanky dude. This guy's just a unit, and then he was pulling stuff out in this match. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this was my first.
This is like Nakamura if you ironed him.
Yeah,
There was a lot of this going on, wasn't there? There was a lot of so and so in the wash.
Someone's in the wash, someone's getting ironed.
It was like a shrinky dink Nakamura. Put it in water and it'll expand a bit and pull out some sick elbows. That's
Yeah, this was my first look at this guy. I remember when he first came in, I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. But they put him over really well. Same with Bushi. Bushi really didn't do much in this match.
I forgot Bushi was in it for a little while.
Yeah.
And then
At
he
some
jumped out
point
the ring.
he'd taken his top off and I was like, oh, he's taking his top off. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember him doing it. And
It's a
then,
good job he did, because I wouldn't have noticed him if he didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Kanemaru and El Desperado defending their titles, but it didn't matter because Bushi and Takagi are your new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Thus began the trend of this was 2 titles changing.
Two titles changing.
2 matches, 2 title
in
changes.
2 matches. Yeah, this would prove to be the theme of the night.
Yeah, it was it's surprising how that was.
Yeah, it was. I
think I'd
genuinely
ever
thought it
seen
was.
it before.
Well, as
There was
we
a lot of changes at
discovered.
last year's Wrestle Kingdom, but not quite as many as in this
All of
year's.
them.
Yeah, not as many as this year's. Moving on to match number 4 on the card, number 3 of the. I never had to do that, because we're on Wikipedia. I'm using Wikipedia. Get with it. But
21st century.
it has 1, 2, 3, 4, but the 1 obviously is the pre-show. So then it's like we come on to match number 4, but it's technically number 3 of the main show. Do you know what I mean?
Don't all fed.
All of them do it like this, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
you
often
usually have it
catch
written
myself. No, normally I have it written down, but I'll have pre-show, but I won't number it, and I think the numbers throw me off.
Oh,
There
right,
we
okay.
go. It's just a personal gripe to throw out the way there, and something to do yourself. Anyway, match number 3 of the main card was Tomohiro Ishii defending his Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship against Zack Sabre Jr. This match was boss.
It was really good.
Really, really good.
One thing we didn't notice in this match is that white gear
Oh, yeah.
does not suit anyone unless it's tights. If it's tights, you're fine. If it's pants, probably fine.
It suits some people with a certain skin colour.
Yeah.
If you have a darker skin colour,
black
such
dudes,
as Latino or black,
yeah, you're
it tends
fine.
to work. Because we were saying
Booker T.
Booker T and Alberto Del Rio,
Booker T's white gear.
the
was
white
crisp.
trunks worked. However, Triple H and Dave Batista, maybe not.
No,
Sorry,
not
Zack
really.
Sabre Jr. in this particular case. No, sorry,
Don't
mate.
go with the white
But then it's
again.
like with white, but then like white tights. AJ Styles wore white tights at WrestleMania a few
Rollins
years ago,
with
and
white
it was
and gold.
fine. White and gold for Seth Rollins, completely fine.
Jay White wore white later on, and I quite
Oh,
liked
right.
it.
Yeah, it
Well,
worked
isn't it?
because it was tights. But there we go.
If you're an up-and-coming wrestler, or for that matter, if you're a top-tier star, if Finn Balor, for whatever reason,
He's listening.
a few good marks, thinks, they're doing an NJPW special, I'll check that out.
It's like, I wonder how my friends back in Japan are getting on.
I'll check out the number 1 source of wrestling journalism with few good marks. And he clicks on, if you listen to this, Finn, don't wear white trunks. Don't do it, mate.
No.
Stick to your grey.
Yes, it's a lovely colour of
Look
grey,
fab in
mate.
grey.
Stick to the grey. Zack Sabre Jr. Is your new British Heavyweight Champion for the 3rd time, I believe commentary said. For me, this was just amazing to see a British title belt being defended on
Yeah,
one of
it
the
was
biggest stages in world wrestling. Unbelievable.
The match itself was really good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Very hard hitting, a lot of technical prowess on display. I personally loved the strike exchange that Ishii was inviting.
Yeah.
Zack Sabre was hitting him, and he was just like, hit me harder.
Yeah,
and they
man.
just butted him.
I think we're gonna have to show him the match from Manchester, aren't we, with Suzuki? I think we're gonna have to show him. We're gonna have to show him both.
I said the one from Power Struggle that we watched when Willow came, and he had a rematch against Suzuki, and that's,
Yeah.
that
We'll have to show some more Ishii.
Yeah,
If it's
it was-
more Ishii striking,
it was
I'm all
Ishii and
for it.
Suzuki, and then the main event was Jericho and Evil, and Jericho on his podcast was like, that Ishii Suzuki match was brilliant. Stole the show.
Yeah, that match was really cool.
Ishii Kenny Omega, which me and Willow had for match of the year at the Marquis.
The market, yeah, that one from the G1. That was a bit good. Or the Ishii Goto match.
Ishii's very good.
Ishii, man,
was very
fucking
good.
Ishii. We should just rename this
yeah.
podcast the Ishii.
A few good Ishis. I became a fan of a lot of people.
You became a fan just on his entrance. You're like, this guy is one bad fridge.
Yeah, absolutely. What a unit.
An absolute barrel in a mine. Missile silo.
It's like, this guy looks good, but where's his neck?
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, very
Jimmy
true.
No Neck.
So next up was.
Can I just say, I've
yeah,
typed Tomohiro Ishii so much in my phone apparently that if I put Tomo as if I'm spelling tomorrow, it comes up Tomohiro.
It's learned.
That's how you know you're dedicated.
That's how you know you're over. So fourth match on the main card was another three-way tag team match for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. It was. No, I'm not even going to bother attempting.
Los Ingobernables.
Los Ingobernables.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Sure.
Los Ingobernables.
There's only one L.
In Goblin.
No, where's this first L coming from that you keep trying to put in after the B?
In Gobernables.
Gobernables.
Ingobernables.
Cross got
They
it.
hop on. Anyway.
L-I-J, just
LIJ, literally call them the shortened version. LIJ, Sonata and Evil against the Gorillas of Destiny, Tamatonga and Tongaloa, who also had Bad Luck Fale and Jado with them.
a weird
Yeah,
face painted. It wasn't Halloween.
Yeah.
no, it was
He was
it was a bit
playing a
vampiro. It was a
skeleton.
bit vampiro
Wasn't it?
looking against the Young Bucks. Shout out to Alex because it's the Young Bucks.
I loved the Gorillas entrance.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So cool. The dancing. I love the dancing.
Yeah,
I'm not usually a fan of dancing. in
Tamatonga's
wrestling.
just losing a bit. Anymore.
It's just like, I don't care how long it takes to get to the ring. I am just gonna dance
I'm just
slowly.
gonna
and-
enjoy
I'm
myself.
gonna have a groove. I don't mind dancing if they can actually dance. Brodus Clay couldn't dance.
No.
Carmella can't really dance.
No.
R-Truth can a little bit.
I
But
could
it's
see
R-Truth.
R-Truth being a good dancer. He
But-
probably can dance, but he probably tones it down because it's his character.
But Tamatonga dance anytime.
Just waving the arms to the ring. That's literally how I dance in a club.
That's why Camacho didn't work, 'cause he didn't dance.
And it's also the wrong guy.
No,
Well, yeah, Tangaloa's on a little groove as well. I could see him in the back.
he was trying
Tangaloa,
he was just
listening.
containing himself. He was just
He's
like,
like,
"Oh,
I
do
can
I?"
see you.
He's like, Vince, can I dance to the ring? No, Camacho, you will stand on the quad bike.
We'll stand on the
It
chop.
wasn't even a quad, it was just a push bike. Like, and then being told, like, oh yeah, we're going to call you up to the main roster, you come next week. Oh cool, what's my gimmick? You're on a bike. Oh cool, like The Undertaker? No.
like
a kid in a
like the
cul-de-sac.
Mexicools.
Like Kevin from Ed, Edd and Eddie.
No, like the Mexicals. At least they had lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At least that had a motor in it that drove them to the ring.
least it made
They weren't
noise.
expending more energy to get to the ring.
It made sounds that went ding ding ding.
Anyway, back on topic. So this match was really, really good. I really like all three teams in this match.
I like the way Tamatonga's trying to.
Yeah, they're like, he's
Nice
gone from
guy.
bad
Good
boy
guy,
to good,
Tama
to, yeah, to
Tonga.
good
Boy.
guy. It's good. I like it.
Pushing the ropes in was cool.
He was like, no, don't break up the submission. That's against the rules. Everyone out the ring.
And then pushed it.
Yeah.
and pushed it towards him. It's like, oh, that's legal.
Yeah,
It was very good. And yeah, LIJ, Sonata and Evil are your new IWGP Tag Team Champions.
it's nice to see.
Fully deserved because I'm sorry to cut you off, but
That's all right.
Yeah, Sonata had an amazing year last year. And I think I turned to you and said, Sonata to win the New Japan Cup this
Yeah,
year.
that's your prediction.
Yeah, early prediction for that one.
I don't mind. I think Sonata and Evil and probably the Young Bucks are the two best tag teams in Japan.
Yeah,
So if one of them's holding the tag belts, that's fine with me.
yeah,
Are
absolutely.
you going to say something, Croft, before Key cut you off?
Evil looked very good with the belt.
True.
Especially
Did
the,
not like his hair though.
Evil. No,
It's kind of trying to
predatory.
be like cornrows. Yeah, or the Predator.
I think that's
It
what he was
looked a
going
bit
for
like,
because of his
um,
mask. It looked a bit predatory.
It looked a bit like Booker T at TLC to me.
Oh no, wasn't that mad?
With the dreadlocks.
Wasn't that bad?
It wasn't the style, but when the first.
Just see. Do you see anyone with dreadlocks? You instantly think Booker T at TLC.
Yeah. I do know. Mate, I'm never going to get the image of Booker T's hairstyle at TLC out of my head.
Close your eyes and it's there.
I see the letter T and I think of Booker T at TLC.
Because it's there twice.
It is
T
there
at
twice.
TLC.
Very astute.
Oh, blimey. Yeah, so LIJ, brilliant. Moving on to the next match, which was the singles match for the IWGP United States Championship. This was Cody with Brandy Rhodes defending against Juice Robinson. Now, we did watch this with Willow in the room, and were Willow still with us at the moment? Willow's had to leave, he's had other commitments. Were Willow still in the room, he would now undoubtedly be going on a massive rant as to how much he absolutely fucking hates Brandy Rhodes. Now, at first, I was like, Brandy Rhodes, she's quite nice, she seems alright. And then she got involved in this match, and now I actually see his point. Good God, woman!
Yeah, she was terrible.
Know your spot!
The best part of this match was the two entrances.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with
Juice
that.
dancing to the ring and Cody and Brandy in their matching costumes. I was like, yeah, I really like this. Mm-hmm. Then the bell rang and it all went a bit downhill.
Yeah, this was without a doubt the worst match on the card.
It was terrible. Like, Cody's attempt to hit the
Pulp Friction, yeah.
It was terrible. He couldn't get the setup
it was. He just gave up and just twisted him round.
Yeah.
If you can't hit the setup for the Unpretty, I mean, when you're 7 in the playground,
Yeah, that was like...
that's difficult.
It is difficult. I still don't think I can do it, but I'm not on the card for Wrestle Kingdom.
Exactly. If you've been trained to be a wrestler, if you just set up your own promotion, called All Elite Wrestling, and you can't hit an Unpretty, what are you doing? Like, it was shocking.
It was pretty bad.
I think it was a case of like Juice was like, you hit the Pulp Friction on me, and Cody was like, yeah, fine. And then he gets to the ring and he's like, yeah, I'm not sure if I can do this.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
fully
bad.
still don't know how he does it. Like, it looks so smooth when Christian does it.
Yeah.
It's because you've got the arms, but it's like with the twisting of like it is weird.
It's strange.
It's a
but
hard one to
the
do.
fact is, we shouldn't be able to do it, okay? Cody should. If he's on a platform like that, he should be able to. And
Absolutely.
it was poor.
Juice won the US title, but it didn't feel
Didn't feel big.
Juice was like, oh, we got the belt. I was like, right, brilliant, move on, next match.
Yeah, absolutely. We just skipped through it, didn't we? It was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, cool. But I think that's to do with the build of the match, and I mean, I think this was the shortest match. This was the
Absolutely.
shortest match on the card.
How long was it?
This went on at 9 minutes 3, so even like
It
way
didn't
under
even
10.
feel that long.
So it was really, really short.
5 minutes of it was Brandy
The
Rhodes.
yeah, exactly. The highlight of this for me though was Cody and Brandy coming out in Jacksonville Jaguars colours, because that's who the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars is back in.
AEW.
He's back in AEW.
AEW.
Yeah, and
I was very surprised the commentators put that over.
it was. I think it's because of the connection with it, and I don't think they're exactly severing ties with New Japan. I just think that they're just leaving to focus on it. So we'll see what
how it
happens.
pans out.
And so it might be like all in with like maybe 1 or 2 Japanese from New Japan go over and perform on a show. Like we had Okada on All In.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, can we borrow Okada for a few nights a year?
Yeah, absolutely. Next up was for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, Kushida defending his belt against Taiji Ishimori.
What a step up this was.
Oh my god! Yeah, to go from. You're right. We're all dying a little bit. Well, me and Croft are.
I'd like to give out a big disclaimer to anyone watching this, listening to this episode of Feudal Mark. I'm extremely ill.
So am I.
I've had an awful cough. So
Do we
I
not have like
apologise.
a mute button? Like if you see Croft,
He's about to go Croft some shit. Yeah, just jump back in. I might do that next time.
My advice would be, if you're listening to this with headphones, probably turn them down.
Yeah, just don't listen to them with the headphones.
Probably should have got this warning before I've coughed for like
I know,
15
yeah.
times.
Oh dear. Anyway, this match, yeah, as Candy said, was such a step up from the last match. I was really looking forward to this one.
The entrance was fantastic.
Kushida's entrance was
It's been a while since he did a Back to the Future theme one. Like
Yeah.
last year he just walked out. Or did he have a hoverboard? I can't remember.
It was so good.
It was so
This one was well better.
This was way better.
Best entrance I've ever seen.
It was like he came out and I was like, they've dressed up a little kid as Kushida. I was like, shit, that kid looks a lot like Kushida. What the fuck? And then I was like, oh, okay, it's a mask. Okay, that makes more sense. And then they had Taguchi come out, didn't they, as Doc?
Yeah.
And then he grew up and he became Kushida and he became.
And then according to Don Callis, they blew up the kid.
Blew up the kid. It was a call of the night. Yeah, this was really, really fast paced. Was beautiful, and Taiji Ishimori is your new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Absolutely brilliant. It feels like they've just hit reset on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does
they've
feel
just-
like it's like welcoming in a new era.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I feel like every championship change in hands is the best excuse
Yeah.
ever to say we're rebirthing the brand, basically.
Yeah.
And it feels like a very fitting time with AEW coming along.
Yeah.
It's like NJPW reinventing themselves.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be interesting to see how they compete.
Undoubtedly. I can't really, I've just watched this, and so I don't think it's because I've not been making any notes while I was watching this, but I can't remember any spots, which I really wish I had done now, because it would have given us a bit more to talk about.
I mean, if you want to see the spots...
I mean, yeah, it's just it's mostly us talking about the repercussions, and mostly the majority of the talk will come from these last 3 matches.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, next match up was Jay White with Gedo against Kazuchika Okada. Biggest pop of the night came when Kazuchika Okada took off his Rainmaker attire to reveal the biker shorts.
They are back.
They are back. Me and Candy popped. Apparently so did everybody else in the arena, because we went, yeah! And then we shut up and the crowd was still going. We're like, oh, okay, this means quite a lot.
This was the biggest pop of the night.
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant.
And I must say, I mentioned earlier, I know nothing pretty much about NJPW. Even I knew how much of a big deal it was when Okada came out with pants on.
Yeah.
So, for me to see the return of the shorts even meant something to me. And that's saying something.
It was mad. It was even to the point where, Will Ospreay just shared something on Twitter. It was somebody's doctored the video of it was from when England were in the World Cup, and I can't remember which match it was, but it's a very popular video of when Okada takes his pants off and the crowd goes wild and there's beer flying everywhere, and it felt like that. It was like, yes, absolutely yes.
I don't think that was a doctored video. I think that was people watching.
That's just
I
what
think that was
was.
the genuine reaction of people seeing
of it. Yeah,
realize.
absolutely. What do I know? Yeah, absolutely, boss. So yeah, this match was brilliant. Okada at his best. As once again, Okada can't have a bad match.
No, it's impossible.
This match was really, really good.
I didn't see him put a foot wrong throughout this entire match.
The entirety of the timing, he literally he kicked out of something, literally the last second. Actually, literally the last second. And the succession of counters leading up to the finish, unbelievable. Only to be topped by the main event for counters and reversals. But yeah, this
the finishing sequence of this, and it was Rainmaker into Blade Runner into Rainmaker into Blade Runner into Rainmaker, finally hitting
and finally hit
Blade Runner,
and we were like, oh shit. This genuinely felt like a loss. I felt this.
I wasn't expecting Jay White to win this.
Very disappointed. I was like,
when he brought the shorts back and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, nah, he's bringing the shorts back. He's definitely winning this one.
Mm.
I mean,
it's weird. But yeah, Jay White beats Okada on a big stage. Jay White is 2-0
if you
Wrestle Kingdom.
No, he lost last year to Tanner.
Oh, did he?
It's but if you want to get Jay White over as one of the top guys in New Japan, then beating Okada at Wrestle Kingdom, there's not many other ways that you can get someone over. It's they said last year, I think on Jericho's podcast, that the same 6 guys were in the last year's 3 matches, and this year's 3 matches just in a different order. Jay White faced Tanahashi, Okada faced Naito, Jericho faced Omega. It's the same 6 people, but they've just changed it around.
Anyway, next up was Chris Jericho against Tetsuya Naito in a no disqualification match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Naito first out, took his suit off straight away, wasn't messing about this time like he did at Dominion. This was really, really good.
He came out second at Dominion though.
True, but he was still a bit floundering a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then Jericho was like, nah, fuck this.
Whereas this one was the opposite. Naito attacked Jericho before.
Yeah, absolutely. Tricked him with his own, got him with his own tactics. This match was, again, really, really good. Really enjoyed this one. They learnt from last year though, because they gave them almost half the time that the main event did, whereas Jericho and Omega went the same time as Okada and Naito did last year. So they learnt this year. This match was exactly the amount of time it needed to be. It was really good match. Had some nice spots. It was a little bit different from what you used to see in New Japan as well. And I think
it's
we
were talking about the rules of the rules of Japan's aren't they all no DQ really? But then this match took it to another level. You had chairs, you had Jericho attacking Naito with a kendo stick for 5 minutes. You had a nasty DDT on a table on the outside.
Oh my word, that spike DDT.
Absolutely rough.
Oof. But yeah, this was a really good match. And Tetsuya Naito is your new IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
And if you look at the matches on the card, it's been a hell of a night for LIJ.
Yeah.
Junior tag titles, heavyweight tag titles, and IC belt.
And IC belt.
All that's left is Hiromu needs to come back and win the junior heavyweight title.
You damn right. But yeah, this was really, really fun. I really enjoyed this one. And finally, the main event of Wrestle Kingdom 13. It was Kenny Omega defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against G1 Climax 28 winner Hiroshi Tanahashi. This match was so good.
It was very good.
Do you think it's 5-star match? 5-star worthy?
I can see it getting 5.
Yeah, I think Dave's got a soft spot for Tana, hasn't he?
And Omega.
Yeah,
I heard or read there were 15 5-star matches last year.
Yeah.
Omega was in 8 of them.
Oh, he's the reason he's the best belt machine, isn't it?
I think
This also took place in the Tokyo Dome, which, as we all know, adds at least half a star.
yeah, that's true.
True, very true.
This match was better than last year's main event.
This match had,
Okada Naito. This was well better than that.
yeah, without doubt, this match had absolutely everything. Like, from Omega setting up the table, and then Tanahashi like, oh, I'm going to put you on it, no, I'm not going to throw you back into the ring. Like, the whole storytelling was absolutely, like, phenomenal. We all know that I'm a bit of a sucker for, like, if a match has good storytelling, I'm all over it.
Absolutely. I'm pretty much the same. If you give me a good story, if I can go into a match knowing neither of the competitors very well, and I can get a gist of the story from just the action, I would say it's a great match. I don't have to know the background just by watching the match itself. Not even a pre-match package or anything like that. Just by watching the match itself, I know exactly what the history is, what the stakes are, and what each competitor wants to prove. And I felt that with this match, very much so. More so than any other on the
You
card.
could watch that match with the Japanese commentary and still understand it completely.
Absolutely. Couldn't have put it better, really.
The whole Tanahashi thing working on his knee, that's classic Tanahashi. That's happened in like every Wrestle Kingdom match he's ever had. But Omega sells in a way that not many other people sell. And it's like, you believe that, like, oh shit, he might have actually genuinely hurt his knee here. So
That dragon screw that he did from the middle rope was nasty. Like...
Yeah, like, I think, like, you know, like, I don't think, when I first started watching Tanahashi matches, I was like, really? The dragon screw? It's like, that's your deadliest thing? And then you watch his matches and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I get it.
Why.
It clicks, it's like, and then he hit it on Omega today, I was like, ah, shit, here we go.
I
Here
think
he goes.
the thing is, when you watch wrestling, is you see a lot of moves, for me at least. I watched WWE as my only source of wrestling for most of my life, and all the wrestling moves I see are done in the safe WWE manner. So a move like the Dragon Screw, I've watched Shelton Benjamin do that on Yoshi Tatsu. You know, like, it doesn't look effective. So when I hear about somebody, a Dragon Screw, or something as simple as a forearm or a chop, like, I think it's not going to be effective. A chop's never going to be effective. And then I see Walter do a chop, and I go, oh, okay. It can be effective because when it's done properly and when it looks real, it's super hard hitting, and the most simple of moves can be made effective by someone who's genuinely skilled doing it.
Absolutely.
And in the main event of the biggest show of the year, if you like WrestleMania main event, it's like, oh, like the pivotal moment was just Dragon Screw. It's like, really? Sounds a bit crap, that, mate.
But you do it with NJPW.
You do it when it makes sense in a story. You go, yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely. And when it looks that real, like, I genuinely thought he dislocated his whole...
Yeah, that one from behind,
leg.
that reverse one, that was, oh, God.
Oof.
My knee, well, I felt like my own knee.
Me and you both.
Yeah, we both went, oh, no, my
Oh,
knee.
no.
Felt it. Oh, it was,
Tanahashi took a heck of a high fly flow through a table.
Oh,
That did not look like a fun bump to take.
No, it did not.
Oh, the Styles Clash was interesting.
Oh,
yeah. I think it was because Kenny Omega, there's like they were saying, like, Kenny Omega I think he was the one who put AJ Styles out of New Japan. So it may be that Tanahashi's just put Omega out of New Japan, and so it's a little callback to it because we don't know where Omega's going to land here because it's like.
What do you think Omega's going to land?
We'll come on to this just in a minute.
I might be wrong on this, but I think the last time Tanahashi won the world title, he beat AJ Styles for it.
That too. So there's little callbacks here and there. But yeah, Tanahashi is your new IWGP Heavyweight Champion for his how many reign, Candy? His eighth reign. Is that a record?
Absolutely. It was he had the record at 7.
Right.
I think.
Absolutely mental. Do you think he's now going to overtake Okada's original new reign, longest reign?
What, you think he's going to have it for the next year and a half?
Something like that.
No.
I don't think anyone's breaking that.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, that was Wrestle Kingdom. That was absolutely incredible. Solid show. It dipped a little in the middle.
At the Cody match.
Yeah, basically. Every other match was pretty decent. Had some nice moments. Was fun.
The good thing about it was, and this isn't something that happens with WWE shows a lot, is it dipped and it came right back up. It got right back up on its feet. One bad match didn't ruin the show. Whereas with WWE, you'll get one bad match and it'll ruin the rest of the card.
Yeah.
Everything will go on a downward spiral. It almost seemed like if there's people pulling the strings of the show and they drop the string, it was like they're pick it back up, let's keep going. Whereas with WWE, they'll drop a string and so I might as well just drop all of them.
Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
This was very consistent, and if there was any points where it was dropping, they made up for it in spades 10 minutes later.
So we say this about, I think after every New Japan review that we've done, and it's just like, you watch the show, and if there's a bad bit, it's okay, it recovers. But there's not a bad booking decision. There's not something you go, I'd do this differently. The show ends, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, there was 1 or 2 bad moments, but on the whole, it was pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's not like I'm gutted that Okada didn't win, but at the same time, it's still got that intriguingness in it for me. It's still like, all right, let's see where you go with this. Let's see where you go, and it's not like with WWE. It's like, oh, for God's sake, all this again. You know what I mean? It's not exactly even fresh or new. It's just. I don't know what it is at the moment.
I can just understand it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when I watch WWE, and I know we're probably going to do this after the Rumble. Whoever wins the Rumble, I'll probably say, "Oh, stupid."
We were saying this was the Marquis. We were saying that with the Marquis or at the last Fed Watch last year. It was just like when we were saying if it's probably going to be Dolph Ziggler, and we're all going to be sat there like, why, why have you picked him? Why have you picked her? But yeah, there we go. Anyway, we have a little quick jaunt to run through New Year's Dash, which finished.
We're gonna run through New Year's Dash. None of us have watched.
And none of us have watched. But we're gonna run through the results. Roppongi 3K.
Roppongi, just say as it said.
I swear I'm dyslexic. You know,
Roppongi.
This is I'm defo dyslexic. And then you're all gonna feel really bad. Rocky Romero, Sho and Yo beat Suzuki-gun, the team of Davey Boy Smith Jr., Lance Archer, and I can't even say that one. Takashi Lizuka?
I love Takashi Lasagna.
It's double-eyed Iizuka.
Oh, is it Iizuka? Okay. That one, yeah, whatever. Chase Owens and Yujihiro Takahashi defeated Toa Henro.
This needs to be a segment on its own.
this is like
my favourite part of the
it's me fucking mispronouncing words. And they beat 2 people I've never heard of before, so he gives a fuck.
What are the names?
Toa Henare.
Yeah, Toa Henare.
Henare. And Tomoaki
Honma.
Tomoaki Honma.
So they went over them.
Honma was mentioned on the show. They were talking about someone's voice, but I can't remember. It was so long ago now.
Okay. Finn Juice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinsons beat Best Friends Beretta and Chucky T by disqualification. So
I'm glad I didn't watch that match.
Yeah, I know. Chaos, Haruki Goto, Tomohiro Ishii, and Will Ospreay defeated Jeff Cobb, Kushida, and Yuji Nagata. Then the Bullet Club, which was Taiji Ishimori, Tamatonga, and Tonga Loa, defeated most violent players, Togi Makabe and Toru Yano, and Taguchi, to retain the Never Open weight.
They're the only ones that didn't lose the belts.
It wasn't on the main show though, so it doesn't.
It wasn't.
Of course, it wasn't on the main show.
Suzuki-gun, which is oh blimey, there's a lot there. El Desperado, Minoru Suzuki, Taichi, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Zack Sabre Jr. defeated LIJ, because fuck trying that for a fourth time. Bushi, Evil, Sanada, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito. So Suzuki-gun beat LIJ, which is interesting. Even though LIJ just won all the belts.
LIJ would be coming out with all their shiny gold, and then just Suzuki beats them up.
Yeah.
Suzuki just batters him.
He's like, pre-show, don't fucking think so.
And the main event was Bullet Club, Bad Luck Fale, Gedo, and Switchblade Jay White beat Chaos, the team of Kazuchika Okada, Yoshihashi, and Yoshihiro Tanahashi.
Hiroshi. My God, he was just in the main event.
Who's Yoshihiro? Who the fuck's that guy?
Yoshihiro.
Really big on Jay White get the pin.
Yoshihiro Tajiri? Who the fuck's
Yoshihiro Tajiri, that's his name. That's his ECW
I saw
name.
T and it's like Hiroshi Tanahashi.
They're really big on Jay White, aren't they?
Wow.
Yeah, well,
As
as Candy's about to tell you.
Well, as Willow also sent the picture in the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh, your phone's in the other room, isn't it?
No, I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it. Well, yeah, after the match, Jay White has taken out Tanahashi and declared himself the next challenger for the heavyweight title belt. So,
is he winning though?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But at the same time, Jay White's got he's got a heavyweight title.
I'm sure at the same time, it wouldn't shock me because it seems like he's won everything else.
Well, he hasn't, but he's won the US title. That's all he's won.
Well, he's just walked in and gone, I'm having that, and I'll beat you, and I'll beat Okada, and I'll beat Tanahashi.
What can you say?
They love it. They love him.
They do, absolutely.
They love it, Mago.
Considering he's gone from having a match with Tanahashi last year,
last year's Wrestle Kingdom. He's had 1 year and 1 day,
and he's done pretty well for himself.
Absolutely,
pretty well for himself.
He has massively, like we said, like last year's Tanahashi match was fine.
He had a really good match in Manchester, didn't he? Against Carl Fletcher.
Yeah. And it's like he's had this huge ascent. It's like, to be fair, he's probably earned it. He has massively improved over the year.
And also, if they're gonna go into this with, this new era where they're looking to expand a lot more, you need someone. I think they realised Kenny Omega wasn't the guy because his priorities lay elsewhere with the Elite and all that kind of thing.
Speaking of Kenny Omega, him nor the Young Bucks are on the show.
Yeah.
I reckon they're gone.
Well, we definitely know.
Definitely.
Well, the Young Bucks
The
have
Young
definitely
Bucks
gone to AEW, but it remains to be seen if Kenny goes to AEW
or the Fed.
Fed.
Apparently, here's a bit of a gossip for you.
Go on.
As of yesterday, apparently WWE gave an extremely handsome offer to try and get.
I saw something about this, that it was something like
It was ridiculous. I don't know the exact figure, but
they best have given him fucking booking power if they're going to try and get him.
It's been described as like unbelievable, the figure they've put in. I don't know how much. It didn't say in the article that I read, but it's hefty.
See, but the thing is that he's put this thing in like change the world, and if he went to WWE, that just wouldn't happen unless he walks into WWE and WWE turn around to everybody else in the company and go, "Be as good as that, live up to that standard. You've now got to none of this just getting by anymore. You're gonna have to be this."
Well, I don't think they're gonna do that because a lot of
which is why I don't think he'd go.
Well, I think you probably would go, but I don't think WWE are going to do that because the only reason people aren't hitting that standard is because WWE aren't letting them.
Well, that's what I mean. But then I think it would be a case of
it would be a bit.
It'd be a case of right. We've now brought this guy in. You're now going up wrestling matches.
It'd be a bit rich of WWE to turn around to people like AJ Styles and say, "Oh, we brought Kenny Omega in now. You've got to shine."
No, but I think it would be not so much in that sense. I appreciate that how that came across, but I think it would be more a case of, all right, we'll concede.
Yeah,
I think that's the
point
it was
wrestlers
making.
You can wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. I think if they were going to bring Kenny Omega in, that's what they have to do. I don't think you'd go otherwise, unless I don't know.
I think you might be right. If they bring Kenny in and right, you've got full creative control. Anything you want to do, you can do it. I think guys like Joe and Rollins and AJ would be like, why the fuck have we not had that for the last 5 years?
Yeah.
I think as much as Kenny loves the craft, and as much as I think he'll want to do his own thing and be the best at what he can do, he's a human being at the end of the day. And something that human beings like a lot more than everything else is money.
Money.
And he's going to make bank if he goes to WWE.
This is true.
If I was Kenny Omega and I had the choice of AEW, where the money's not guaranteed,
But you with all your friends.
we with all your friends.
And you're guaranteed to be able to do what you want.
Yeah, you can do what you want, but the money's not necessarily going to be there. Maybe, but you're taking a risk. NJPW, where you're getting the same money as you're on now, and you're pretty
Which is
happy with
bank.
yourself. You're making bank.
Well done.
Edit out.
Or you go to WWE, you get a dancing gimmick, but you make bank. I don't know what I do.
He has said that he does want to. He does want his WrestleMania. He does want to appear on WrestleMania at some point. And it's like he's held the world title, so there's no higher benchmark he can go. He's main evented Wrestle Kingdom twice.
Yeah.
You might as well do it.
It's like if he appears in the Rumble, I wouldn't be surprised.
If I was Kenny Omega, I think what I would do now from here is you've got a clean slate, leave NJPW, turn up in WWE, stay as long as you can. In the twilight of your career, go and do something like AEW. If it's still around, go back, go and do it, because you've got free reign to do what you want with the final years of your wrestling career. This is the best time and the best chance you've got at having that WrestleMania moment that he wants.
I'm saying if the Bucks are out and if Kenny's out, I mean Ibushi will still be there.
Yeah,
But
but
it's like do you stay here where you've pretty much done everything, or do you go somewhere completely new? We've got new people to face, because he's always said he wants to face AJ as well.
Exactly.
He's like they never had the blow off because after he kicked him out of Bullet Club.
And he'd be free to face
AJ
people
left.
like Seth and Finn as well.
Yeah. Plus you've got
John Cena.
Bryan, Cena.
Yeah. And so plus you've now got Jay White coming in as your new
Yeah, you
foreign
English,
heel
yeah,
and
an English
leader
speaking
of Bullet Club.
Yeah, and it gets Bullet Club back to where they were originally as well, isn't it? So, because the Bullet Club under Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks became a second nature thing. It became about Young Bucks and Omega. It wasn't about Bullet Club anymore, which is where it originally grew from. So. And Marty Scurll's got this whole new villain enterprise thing as well. This is another person who we've kind of forgotten about. I don't think Marty Scurll's leaving either.
He was on the pre-show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
But I think with this thing, but I don't think he'd go anyway, because I think he'd. I don't know if he'd go.
I think it's too soon to call. Remains to be seen.
Remains to be seen. Anyway, that is that, folks. That was Wrestle Kingdom 13 and a little bit of New Year's Dash as well. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know what you thought of Wrestle Kingdom and of New Japan in general. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to this video. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Do not forget to check out the blogger page as well for any updates on articles whenever anyone writes stuff. Yeah, we will see you for our first few good marks in a couple of weeks' time.
For the good old Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, or if we do anything else before then.
Yeah. And in the meantime, if you're a fan of New Japan and you've got some recommendations for a new fan like me of what I should catch up on and the best of NJPW, please be sure to leave them below. And I will absolutely check them out.
Candy will fill you in with all of that.
I'm sure he will. But any that Candy miss out, I'm sure you NJPW boffins out there will be able to fill me in on the best of the rest.
Absolutely.
So make sure you
Croft's
leave them
hooked
below.
now. He's hooked, folks.
Absolutely.
Hooked on the sinker. Anyway, I don't feel like signing off with fuck you, because this doesn't feel like a.
No, it was too
normally
nice
it's
to
normally a directed at Willow, but it's not.
Sign off with arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah. Sayonara, folks. We'll see you soon. Bye.